What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's an early deadline for game week 26. Let's not waste any time. Let's jump straight into it. So then a quick rundown of my lineups and how they did and performed in the last one. Rare champion and rare contender both missed. Joe Harris was quite underwhelming in his one game against the OKC from the start. Me Too came well. He's slowly getting into the rotations and things like that. The Gary Trent Jr. on 25 on champion just was not enough really to put me in there this week, especially with some big hitters. The limited side, we've got two rewards. We've got a tier 4 in contender and a tier 2 in limited champion. It's a shame about the Dylan Brooks no game, because then otherwise the contender would have been really strong. Or if I'd have put Gabe Vincent in Matisse Thybulle, I actually would have been at 10th in the world in the mid champion. But they're all hindsight. You can't predict these things. We didn't hit in the common champion either, unfortunately. So no card giving away this week. Well, last week, but who knows? In this week's one, we could finish top 1000, and then I will be giving away that limited card. So all you have to do is leave your So Rare name in the comments below and you might win. So then in Rare Champion this week, there are lots of teams that have 2 games and a couple that have 3 in fact. And luckily for me, Anthony Edwards is one of those guys. There is a back-to-back at the end of it, but I'm hoping for an L10 41 as a champion he can do really well. I believe Jaylen Brown is still out. I think he's out for around a week to 2 weeks now. Anthony Edwards is my MVP. I'm quite happy with that anyway. I have a decision to make on Gary Trent Jr. I think I might sell him purely on the basis that he doesn't fit in my champion lineup, and I don't think he'll fit in my contender with an L10 37. And as such, I could probably sell him in whilst his demand's up for that 3-game game week. I'm going with Andrew Wiggins. He's got 3 games. He's got 3 days of rest between the two of them. I suspect the Warriors will therefore play. He'll play in both. Probably Clay will, and also Steph probably should. 35 L10 is around what I'd expect from him, but still. Joe Harris, I believe he'll still be starting for the Nets, an L10 15. I didn't sell him in the end. I did play him, and I'm going to choose to play him again and hope he has one of those sort of 20.3 boards, 3 assists nights and outperforms that 15. Same thing with Jeremy Grant, in and around his L10. I could play Mikal Bridges, but if I played Wiggins, Grant, and RJ Barrett, I could fit that in alongside Joe Harris. So that's what I'm going to do for my rare champion. So then for my rare contender lineup, I've shortened my gallery a bit. I sold a Trey Murphy III that I won from Limited Champion the other week. In doing so, I'm not going to be able to play Jaylen Brown. Gary Trent Jr. as well just doesn't fit in terms of the cards that I have and what I'd want to use more importantly. Nemhard's a lock for these. Caleb Martin, if he's fit, I'll play him, but I think he's going to be a game-time decision again. I've still not been able to run him since I bought him. Jaden Ivey, he's only got the 1 game, but you know, it's the Paris game, so I'm going to play him for that one. And then also with Mikal Bridges having 2 games, and also just his usage rate in the Suns is definitely up at the moment with all the guys that they've got out. That leaves me with an L10 of 18. I was doing some scouting on So Rare data. Found across Kenyon Martin Jr. here. He's got an L10 of 17. They've got 2 games. His price point in terms of where he normally sits in and around for his general price, it's on the higher side, but it's not right up there. And I believe that these guys will to and fro. He's also 21, so he'll fit the under 23 if they push rare under 23 at any point, which I'm not holding my breath for, but yeah, even so. But this will be my rare contender lineup. If I find a good deal on a Kenyon Martin Jr., that's who I'll pick up, but for now he'll slot in just there and I'll have a spare L1. Yeah, if I find a good deal for a Kenyon Martin Jr., I'll pick him up and he'll be in my lineup. If I don't find one, I'll probably revert to just playing Dwight Powell in the 1 game and running this as a dud. So then for my limited champion lineup, again, Julius Randle is still ahead of Embiid on L10. It's pretty mad really, but I'm going to be playing Embiid anyway. I think with Randle at the moment, I know he put that 72 up, and I also had Vucevic that put up that 81, which was 87 with the XP bonus that I've got. It's just at a point now where it doesn't work playing both of them with the gallery that I've got. The tier 2 and the tier 4 that I'm getting could change things, but for now it'll be Joel Embiid. I know Ja Morant's got a questionable tag, but I'm still going to run him in this limited champion lineup. I'm going to go for the 2 Raptors guys in Chris Boucher. An L10 of 12 is way too low for him, especially on a 3-game stretch. He will come off the bench and get decent minutes in one of these games alone. And also as a big man, I'm liking a look. The Minnesota Timberwolves have not looked good recently. I don't know what it is. Anthony Edwards is still putting up high scores, but something's not really clicking there. I know Rudy Gobert's there and everyone's DPOY. I'm not a fan of Rudy Gobert. I've never have been, and I don't think I ever really will be. Not as the person, but just as the basketball player himself. For an L10 of 12, I'm expecting big things, especially with an 8.5%. He can definitely outperform that. Scotty Barnes is Scotty Barnes. 39 is quite high, but 3 games, I'll run it again. And the same with Jared Vanderbilt. An L10 of 22 is a bit too low for him. He'll sometimes start at the 4, potentially the 5, or he'll come off the bench and get decent minutes anyway. But he can definitely outperform 22. And if the Clippers decide to rest guys, then yeah, I'm hoping for a big score there. Right then, let's pick my limited contender lineup. So I could go with Gabe Vincent in champion, and he had those 2 50-point games pretty much against, I think it was it the Bucks, and yeah, the Bucks for their, like, they were monumental games for him, but it was also very lucky because Kyle Lowry sat, Tyler Hero sat, and he also performed well. You have 3 things that you need to go for there for it to go well. He is up in value. I did pay like £6 for him ages ago, and I think he's 18 now. So it'll be a 3 times profit. But I'll assess what I can build. If he gets really high before the deadline, I might sell him and just take the quits. Depends on how I think this team will do. Dylan Brooks did let me down last week by not playing, but I'm going to throw him in this. 21 is too low for him. It's the same with Bruce Brown. Whenever, in terms of the Nuggets, if they ever sit or if they ever have back-to-backs, you always look at DeAndre Jordan. I'd always look at Bruce Brown and Bones Highland as well, primarily because Jamal Murray's been fairly injury-prone this year. He's been sitting a lot. As such, Bruce Brown will either drop into a guard or he'll get a more high usage rate as a forward, and Bones Highland will play more. But for an L10 of 22, I'm quite happy with him. He was also my referral code, so if you're not playing So Rare and you are interested, there is a link in the description. You get 23 common cards, and when you do sign up, if you buy 5 from auction, you'll get a free card. As such, Bruce Brown was my one. He's worth he floats between 10 to 15 quid, but it's good for a free card. I'm also going to throw Bradley Beal into this lineup. Now, I know he's only just started basketball activities, and I believe he's still got a questionable tag on him. But I think the upside for 31, especially in contender, is quite decent. That also allows me to put 20, so I could throw Grant Williams in if I throw Bradley Beal back. And then here, throw Grant Williams in. I like the look of that as well. There's a chance with Grant Williams, I can't really predict at the moment where and when he's going to go off and what games he's going to play with Jaylen Brown sitting out. But it all depends on the Warriors game, and also the Charlotte Hornets game is a great one because I can see the Celtics absolutely rolling them. So, is there scope if I throw Buddy Hield in? Drops 19, an alternate 12. Could play Matisse Thybulle. I could do that as well. What would you do? Would you play Matisse Thybulle and Buddy Hield, or would you play Grant Williams and Bradley Beal? Let me know in the comments down below. Right then, for our common champion lineup, this is the lineup where if we do finish in the top 1,000 and win a limited card, I will be giving it away to one of you guys. So make sure your So Rare handle is in the comments down below, because if we do finish in that top 1,000, I'll be giving it away at random to one of you down below. Now let's build the team. Luka Doncic, 1 game, 70. He's got a questionable tag. I'm going to avoid it. I do like the game against the Hawks. He'll match up really, really well. So if he does play, he'll score high, I predict. But it's Luka anyway. He'll score high regardless. But I'll go with Joel Embiid as my MVP. I'll also throw Giannis in there on the premise of that the game against the Raptors, I would expect Giannis to feast on, especially also the Pacers, because the Pacers are probably going to have Miles Turner out as well. But I'm happy with Giannis. That leaves me an alternate 22. So if we scroll down here, we got Malachi Flynn, who, especially on a 3-game stretch, I know they've got rest days in between them, but I'll see him potentially getting some bumped up usage minutes in one of the Timberwolves or the Bucks game. So we'll throw him in. We'll go back and pick Giannis again. That now leaves me with 29 for 2 guys. So what 3-game people can we get? I wouldn't focus primarily always on 3, by the way, because they can be traps. You will get guys that you think, oh, he's got 3 games, I'm definitely going to pick him. They'll definitely sit one if they're a superstar more often than not. Anthony Edwards I do like the look of, but then that'll tie me down a bit too much. Benedict Mathurin, do you know what? For an L10 of 20 is actually quite good. Have I got anyone at 38 that would fit in? Kristaps just misses. Who have we got down here? Austin Rivers for 12. Do you know what? Austin Rivers for 12 is actually quite good. So we're going to put Austin Rivers in. At 46, does that mean we can get anyone? We can get Bam at 44. I quite like the look of Bam. Especially the game against the Hawks. Yeah, I'm going to go for Bam. So that would be my lineup. We've got 3 big hitters and then 2 guys that were 3 games apiece. You know, you can hope for usage rates being bumped or a minutes increase due to somebody sitting. So that is going to wrap the video up there. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, can I please ask if you can drop a comment down below, like the video, and also hit that subscribe button. It would really help us out more than you can imagine. Don't forget to drop your So Rare handle down below for a chance to win if we win. And if not, I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.